can't count how many times Rust Console could have died or was nearly on the brink of death. I need more than 10 fingers to count how many times I think this game could have died. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the times particularly this game could have literally just fell off the marketplace and died. As in, the player base would have just stopped playing this game because of this happening either too often, or it just continually happened and there was no updates put in place for this bug, glitch, or whatever to be fixed. First off, we have the launch site under the map glitch. Now, I've touched upon this glitch prior in my videos on my channel, and launch site is probably, in my opinion, the glitch, one of the top tier glitches that would have absolutely killed this game. It was killing this game, not even for just legit players, you know, I've been legit since the start, and even the community of cheaters were like, fuck this game, I cannot play it. So there was a glitch on launch site way back when where you could basically get hit up a ladder within the vents and then you'd proceed to go underneath the map. Now, people were catching other people underneath the map and they were killing each other from underneath launch site. But here's where it gets ugly. This is where players basically used their advantage of being under the map. They were not only just invisible, but they were able to kill people that were on ground on launch site. So you were able to be invisible underneath launch site and kill people, and then not being able to kill you, let alone see you. It was generally one of the worst times to play as a PvP player on that game. The amount of people on TikTok that I was seeing complain about it, you know a glitch is bad on Rust Console when you see the people that are literally ruining the game being cheaters, other ones also complaining about it and not wanting to play the game. And this glitch wasn't fixed straight away, and there was a lot of people that either stopped playing the game or just PvP elsewhere. Sure enough, as a couple of weeks had passed, D11 had fixed the issue and the bug itself, and we've not seen that since, and hopefully, touch wood, we won't see it again in this game's existence, because that really was one of, if not the glitch that could have just killed Rust Console if it had stayed a month or even a couple weeks later than it did. So Rust Console has kind of just been about PvP for the last couple of months, if not a year and a half now. PvP is one of the things that makes Rust Console, or Rust in general, Rust. Not only do you have to be good in terms of surviving on a survival based open world game, you also need to be good at shooting a weapon with recoil. And Rust in general is that game. Some people on Rust Console, PvPing is the only thing they seek to do on this game. It's the only way they can have fun, whether they're legit or cheating. With this glitch, their PvP and experience and fun on this game was just changed. The full heavy pot glitch is renowned as the worst in terms of PvPing. Now, this glitch occurred when you tried to spam changing any piece of armor you had on your player at the time. For example, you have a metal face mask and you have a heavy face mask, and you'd basically switch between the two rapidly, basically spamming Y if you're on Xbox, and gradually you'd then obtain every stat that the heavy pot has whilst maintaining the movement of having a metal face mask and looking like you have a heavy face mask on, but it has the statistics of a full heavy pot, giving you insane amount of extra armor and health. But it doesn't stop there. You are able to do this with every single piece of armor within the game. So if you had riot shield armor on or metal armor on, you could replace this with the heavy faceplate, body armor, or trousers. And I was literally at the brink of quitting the game, like I have been for about 20 times now. Probably made about 20 videos crying about how I'm going to quit the game, but here I am. But the amount of dirty players that were using this glitch and just basically abusing it was insane. I've never seen so much corruption within this game when it came to the full heavy pot glitch with the armor and everything that they had. And this gradually got fixed by D11 and PvP was back to normal. You know, it was absolutely insane. I've not seen anything like it since in terms of armor glitches. However, there is one that's close to it that is going to be up next. The worst thing about this was the people that made it. They took pride in their claim to fame for having this as on their resume. Basically, say they would go to a job interview and be like, this is my resume, and it will say I found a really popular glitch on a console game. Those were the sort of people that apparently basically founded this glitch. Now, coming close to being just as bad as this is the horse glitch that recently got patched by D11, because obviously horses has just been released to the game. But in short, people were able to jump on the horses and PvP on them without actually dying. They were invincible. If you tried to take damage on a horse, you wouldn't. And anyone that wasn't on a horse fighting someone that was on a horse, they could easily just stop, take as much damage as they like while shooting you, and you'd be the one to end up dying. Doesn't matter how many bullets you put in their skull, they are surviving that. And the only reason why I'm not crying that is probably could have been the worst glitch was that you were moving on horses, and moving whilst PvPing on a horse is not the easiest thing in the world that you can do. So half the time people literally just had to jump off the horse. However, it did get fixed pretty rapidly from D11's side of things. Now, talking about invincibility glitches, boat invincibility glitch, which was something that's actually been pretty recent as well. It was basically the horse glitch but on a boat, and you know, there's gameplay of this happening to various people that are going to rigs or doing stuff like scrap runs on the seas. You know, the driver was invincible, and again, this was insane, but it's not the worst glitch out there because you weren't able to PvP when you were going from A to B on a boat unless you were obviously the teammate that had a gun out. You're not able to get a gun out whilst you're driving the boat. Now, for me, this glitch was the absolute worst. I couldn't wait until it got rid of out of this game because it was literally ruining everyone's motivation to play this game. And we've been through the rut of wanting to play this and not want to play the game. It's very much a love-hate relationship with me and the group that I play with. And this was the rock-based glitch. And this happened all over the map on the server because obviously rocks are planted all over the server. And people were just able to willy-nilly get into these rocks, have a base, have a TC, be comfortable, whilst also being able to shoot people from that rock and be invisible and invincible. You weren't able to see people shooting from the rock, and you weren't able to even deal any damage to them, but they'll be able to kill you and grab your loot when they jump out of the rock. It was basically the launch site glitch on crack. There was a video on the CNQR channel where we had come across someone in a rock base, and literally they were just door camping us from their rock base and killing us and then going over to get our loot, and we weren't able to defend it because the person in the rock was invincible. One thing about glitches on Rust Console that has been a theme since they started was it's just out of your control, and that's the most annoying thing. These players, these dirty little rat players, have all the control over you and your experience and even your loot to an extent. Some glitches have lasted a lot longer than they should have, and other glitches have been banned pretty rapidly. One, most notably in honorable mention, is the rocket duplication glitch that you could do in Bandit with the scrap. But in your opinion, what is the worst glitch that's come on Rust Console that's nearly killed the game? These are some of the most notable glitches that I've come across personally in my experience from beta up until the present day playing this game. But what is the worst that you've come across? Is it not on this list? Is it a completely different one that I've missed out? If you haven't already, go join up the Discord if you want to talk to me, talk to the team, or get involved with the events that we are now hosting on CNQR Warfare 2 times bi-weekly. It's one of the most popping EU servers on the game right now. My social medias, as always, they're in the description. Subscribe if you're new around here. Thank you for the support, as always, and I'll see you in the next one.